Oh, look at the state of it. Just grab the tool bag and let's see what we got. Okay, so this is all coming out. Larder unit is going there. Fridge freezer there. So basically all we got to do is remove this sink. Now, obviously got all the plumbing there. So condensate. Right, so how are we doing, guys? Unfortunately, the audio is a bit funky on the first job. Now, on the first job, I was using the Rode wireless microphones, which I don't usually use, to be honest with you. I don't really see the point. I thought, oh, I want to start using them, and I forgot to use them for the rest of the day, thank God, because the audio just starts crackling and going in and out. So bear with that on this first job. And in today's video, we're doing 48 hours of plumbing. So basically, this is all of Tuesday and Wednesday. So just all of my usual basic plumbing jobs, starting with this one, where, as I've luckily was able to describe, we're going to be removing this kitchen sink. So all we're doing, removing it, breaking it down, throwing it outside, draining it down obviously, and filling it back up, the hot water system, and capping off the pipe work. So, bear with the audio for the rest of the video, and hopefully you enjoy. So don't forget to like the video, and if you're not subscribed already, subscribe for more plumbing content. Right, so let's get the diary out, and I've got... I keep having to book jobs in all the time because usually I do it on my phone, but I've stopped doing it on my phone now. So Monday afternoon. New. Dripping. Lovely. At the minute, it seems to be every morning I can't really get on with my work because I keep having to answer the phone and sort diary out and stuff like that. But I can't moan about that really. But sometimes I just want to crack on with the work, and it's a little harder than it needs to be. Now this is taking forever to drain down. Come on, hurry up. Thing is, I know it's going to be a gate valve if I go upstairs, and it ain't going to be much fun, but I mean, we can try it, and you never know, it might be a lever valve upstairs. Right, it almost looks as though I've now turned on the cold as well, but all I've done is just gone upstairs and opened up all the taps, because we are not touching a very old gate valve. That's not a good idea. Come on, come on, come on, there we go. Come on. As soon as we've got that drained, we can then start cutting out the pipe work. Let's have a quick look, see what we're working with. So, obviously disconnect the trap. Got some pipes back there. We'll just go grab pipe cutters, I suppose. And we'll just cut them, sort of cut them tails out. So, I probably didn't need the whole tool bag for this job, but let's grab this one. Tell you what, let's give ourselves a bit of room. There we go. A bit of room. At least then we can see what we're doing. Now, I wonder whether or not I can get this out. I wonder whether or not we can just snap it. Yeah, I reckon we can. Who needs a hammer when you've got a giant spanner? Right, should be able to with all my weight. Just stand on that. Okay, it didn't snap in the way that I wanted it to snap. It's not snapped at all. Ah, bugger. wanted it to snap there. Right, recip tool. Right, just go grab the recip saw and we'll get it cut out. Okay. And there we go. Right, that bastard there won't stop dripping, so my plan is a simple one. We get the handy folding bucket under it. Right. Ugh. There. Ooh, okay. Now let's be gentle with that condensate. Oh, come on. There we go. Got that out without damaging it. So now, that can go straight out. Oh, right. Get those capped off, and that's it, done. Right, so all we've got to do now is cap these off. So just compression caps, that'll do. And if you're going, oh, dead leg, right, we know that this is coming out. We know that pipe work is going to have to get re-altered on this job. Now, water bylaws don't apply to temporary situations. Did you know that? So you can put an outside tap, no lagging, no check valve, on a building site because it's a temporary tap. Now you can look that up if you don't believe me. So yeah, when you're talking about legionnaires and dead legs, this is all going to get taken out. Now the only thing that I think might be not getting taken out is that hot pipe, which I'm not digging out all the walls to try and feed it all the way back to wherever. Look, it's being capped off, it's not going to get used. No water shall flow through it, no one shall be drinking from it, so that is fine. So that can just get capped off. Basically just want a little stub like that. So there we go. Right, cap that off. I've done it quite tight. I mean, it can push back, but when you've got a base unit, you do have a little bit of a gap behind it, unless you're fitting IKEA units, which don't have any gap, but that is what it is.
How you doing? All right?
Not too bad. We're pretty much done.
Right. Would you like a coffee or anything?
Ooh, could I have a cup of tea?
Yes.
Milk, one sugar.
Yeah.
That'd be lovely if you could, please. Oh.
I've had tea and coffee actually this morning, so I only put enough in for.
Right, there we go. Can go back on now. Right. I shall have my cup of tea. Lovely. Where are we off to next? Oh, we got a funny one. Oh, and I know you guys sometimes like a little rant, so we could have a little rant because I've got a bit of a rant against some asshole on checkatrade. I don't know, I can't imagine it's all the same person, but basically I keep hearing like pretty much horror stories of checkatrade. So this next one we go into is one of these horror stories where He charged her to replace a set of taps, brand new, but both taps have a H on them because they're both hot taps, which makes me think he probably grabbed them from his scrap bag and charged her for a new set of taps. And not only that, the hot is not working, which makes me think it's probably just airlocked. So it's probably nothing major, it's probably just airlocked. But she tried calling him, he's not answering, he's got no interest in resolving that issue. And then I had another guy from Checkatrade the other day. What did he do? Oh, so my customer, I'd already secured this customer. I mean, it was already a job that I had done. I'd quoted for and she had accepted, she'd paid the deposit and I'd ordered the materials. But it was through the insurance, so they said you need to get another quote. You know, you have to have multiple quotes. Now, the guy come in like way cheaper, like £700 cheaper, which I was just like, how? Turns out he was not going to fit an equivalent unit. He was going to fit a much cheaper hot water heater. So, and also it was like, well, how much do you want to make a day? Anyway, he went round there and all he did apparently was talk bad about me. And I went, that's weird because I get on with every plumber that I know round here. Like, I'm really disappointed if that's the case. She went, oh, no, he's not local. He's from Checkatrade. So I was like, well, this dude clearly doesn't know me. He knows of me because he probably seen me online or whatever and just has like, oh, I'm going to try and be a knob or I don't know. Anyway, you didn't get the job. Fuck yeah. But yeah. And then what was the third one? There was another horror story with a Checkatrade thing. But what's with this? Not being funny, in this area, right? If you're not successful as a tradesman in general, because there's not enough trades in this area, and you're having to use Checkatrade, right? It might be different in a very built-up, busy area, but I swear, if you're on Checkatrade and you've been employed for self-employed for a few years, you should have built up a good reputation and you should be able to get work through word of mouth. And if you're still on Checkatrade in a place like this, a middle-class place like this, then you are shite. You are shite at your job. And you're relying on a job lead app. No, don't like Checkatrade people. Right, I've pissed off about 10% of my audience, probably. I don't know. If you're on Checkatrade, let me know in the comments so we can all point and laugh. I'm feeling a lot better today. I've been off ill, so that's why there's been no videos for a full week because I've been off work. I had the flu, so I was laid up in bed for about 3 days. So, yeah, it's a slow and steady start. I did put a video out yesterday on the members page because I haven't put out a members video in a while, so there's like an hour of videos on there. So right, let's get to the next job. I'm going to drink my cup of tea first. Right, so this lady we're going over to now with the taps, I did bump into her in the merchant. So I believe they're Bristan 1901s. I'm pretty sure. I think that was the box she had in her hand. Might not be. Might be whatever. Now, I just realised I don't have my wet vac. I do have my wet vac, but I don't have any batteries because I made the very silly mistake of I brought it at a tool show and I didn't get the 18 volt. I got the, what's the next size down, 12 volt, in which I don't have any batteries, or I had one battery, and I give my dad a new, well, not a new, one of my old drills. It was 12 volt. Give him the charger and the battery, and so he uses it for at home for a bit of DIY. So I've not even got a wet vac for solving this airlock. So we're gonna have to. I think it's an airlock. I think it's an airlock. Now, I could just take the cartridge out, get my gums round there, and suck the air out, and then just quickly put the cartridge back in. That's probably what I'm going to do, unless they've got some mixer taps somewhere else, and we'll do our little trick of blasting some cold through it, and maybe that will work. But it's don't always work if it's on its own drop somewhere, you see. So I'm not quite sure on that one. But either way, we're going to solve it. We are going to solve it. There's always ways of doing things, but I think I'm going to have to do a bit of sucking today. Plumbers on their knees and sucking. It's a glorious trade, isn't it? I've just been in and had a look, and this is an absolute joke. So I hope you're ready for this. Right, so bearing in mind these are brand new taps that you had to go off and get. Right, hot. Also hot. What's missing there? What's missing there but is in there? Hot tap. That's it on full. Is it an airlock? Seriously. I'm not saying all checkatrade plumbers, but some stereotypes are there for a reason. Oh yeah, and the other bit I forgot to tell you as well was when he left, the taps were loose and he had to come back and tighten them up. But there we go, there's some new taps there. No restriction on the hot no more. So all I've done is hard piped it. So, bit of hard pipe. I've got a short flexi because I love flexis. I think the next plumber always appreciates it. And then I did check that one and it was new and it looked okay. So we have reused that one, but who cares? It's behind the pedestal, we can't see it. And there we go. Local recommendation versus checkatrade. Ooh. She chatted my head off, but no, it was alright. Not too bad. Oh, I forgot about that job. Leaky toilet. Right, let's go. Let's get it sorted out now. It could be, I don't know, it's close coupled. I've worked for this couple so many times and I literally laughed. I just went, that is the last piece, remnants of plumbing that you haven't replaced or had work done on. They've had 2 new bathrooms because of major leaks, new boiler because of major leaks. They've had an extension put in, which I did all the plumbing for. They've had leaky radiators, they've had radiators fall off the wall, they've had just no end of plumbing issues. It's like laughable. And even last time I went, I was like, well, I hope not to see you again, if you know what I mean. Hopefully that's everything sorted. And now they've got a leaking toilet, which I did the bathroom in there years and years and years ago. About 4 years ago now. It's a nice bathroom. I don't think they've kept it up very nice, if you know what I mean. It's not pristine anymore. But they insisted on getting their own decorator and he fucked it, to be honest with you. Because I've done quite a nice job. It is a nice job. I did a nice job. I'm proud of that work. I did panelling, shaker panelling, squares. And I got the cork out, started filling gaps and stuff, ready for painting. And then she goes, oh no, we'll paint it ourselves now, we've run out of money. And I literally had my painter all set up and he was a bit annoyed. Although he did help me out with doing the panelling. But because he weren't painting it, and we was going to, you know, source our own paint, obviously proper paint, It's made for bathrooms, yeah. That when it's a damp area, it's not going to start flaking and going all funny. No, they painted it themselves with some cheap paint from B&M, and it looks awful. And that cutting in was terrible. And when you've just fitted a whole bathroom and the painting can so let a job down, I mean, it really did let that job down. So, but the only thing we didn't swap out was the toilet. The toilet is original. Apart from, I replaced the toilet handle with a more sort of like a porcelain toilet handle, and I just cleaned it all up and put a new toilet seat on, and we all agreed it's in keeping with the rest of the suite. We'll just leave it how it is. But now it's leaking, so I don't know where from, so we've got to go figure that one out. So I'll go pick up some bits, because I can't be bothered, I really can't be bothered to go all that way and not have everything I need. And I think I've got everything I need on the van, but we're going to grab some bits anyway, just to make sure. So there's our leak. See, this is the bathroom, which, you know what I mean, let it all down, didn't it, really? But let's have a little look. So what we've got to do is give it a couple of flushes now. I don't know exactly what it could be, the donut washer, so as much as it could be a waste. So a couple of flushes, and hopefully we're gonna see something untoward. Could be the donut, just because of how black and horrible that is. That's definitely leaking from the pan connector. You can see it dripping there, and there's no wet running down. It's not dripping off anywhere up there, so it is unfortunately that pan connector, which a bit annoying. No, to be fair, is that worse than replacing a donut washer? I don't know. Anyway, we need to grab the screwdriver. We need to undo it, pull it forward. We need to remove this lid. Slowly screw back. As long as it's not, I can't imagine I would have siliconed it. Because I would have had to have taken it out and put it in to do the candine, so it was this plumber here. Right. Obviously spanner, flathead to isolate it, take that off, blah blah blah. As you can see, the only thing really that got done on this was a new toilet handle, and we put in a Viva fill valve. So, right, let me grab some bits, and then yeah, we'll swap out the pan con. I could do the old bodge and put some CT1 around it, because it's coming out of where it enters the pipe. But we're not going to do that. As much as that would be super easy, we're not going to do it. No, we're not. We ain't doing it. Just isolate it down there. I'm going to just, as long as it don't come out too quick, get it drained. The only reason I'm not flushing it is because obviously it's leaking a lot. So I don't want to get any more water on the floor. I might as well just pump it out there. We can use that pump to also pump out the water from there, straight into that drain as well. Try and get it as dry as possible before we pull it out. Got some gloves, got some bags. Got our new pan con, so let's get this one drained down. So that used to be an outside window. Now, when they've done the extension, there's now a bedroom there, so the pipe, they had to redo the pipe work and all the rest. Now, I just realised the overflow, they disconnected it, right? Obviously the overflow on this would be up here. Ever have a problem with this, they're gonna flood it, so I have to cap that off. Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea, please. Usual milk, 1 sugar. 1 sugar, please. Anyway, let's get this one drained. Yeah, not very happy with that. So we'll have to sort it out. Right. This one out. Oh, you can see the rubber just wasn't even bloody connected. Someone's had that out. That's my guess. Someone's had this toilet out and then they put it back. That slipped off now. What is that on? Feels as though we're stuck on something there. Is there an old screw or something? Yeah, there's an old bloody old screw stuck in the floor. What? Yeah, someone's definitely had this apart in the past. Because I've unscrewed all the screws and there's one. I don't know. Yeah, very useless, isn't it? Instead of fingerless, it's a palmless glove. Let's use this hand. Great. Get that out. Straight in the bag. Get a new one on. This one off. That's quite rough. I'll have to clean that up. Alright. That's better. Right, okay. We'll lock that in the bin. It's certainly better than it was. Right. That goes on there. And now what I want to do is, I should have brought some lube up. Have we got lube? No, but we've got, what can we use? Oh, is that a conditioner that I've got from the van? Lovely. Oh, even smells nice. There we go. Right. Perfect. Right. That's much better. Much better. So I'll pop some new screws in and obviously a new washer in there. First time we filled it up, so we're going to see whether or not we've got any leaks. So I need to sort that out as well, don't I? I've had a look in the van. I can't find any caps, so for now, because it is, I've got to pick up Litland in 15 minutes. We're just going to fill it up with silicone. I found a blanking cap, 3/4 blanking cap, so that's good. And I found some stuff to seal this, so let me take that off. Oh, I can't do it one-handed. Can't, no. Yeah, lock that in there. Like that. Right, that's it, job done. Plenty of flushes. I've tested everything. All seems good. Obviously can't test the overflow. It's got it fully dry, but mind you, it's got a cap on the bottom. I can test it now. Let me pack away the tools first. Right, that is it for today. We're having just a light week because we got I say a light week, a light couple of days leading up to bigger jobs. Bigger jobs. To be honest with you, I keep getting loads of calls and stuff, and I could be rushing around like a blue ass fly, but I'm booking work sort of up for next week already. That doesn't even work because my hand's in the way. Stuff that we're rolling into day 2. You can have 2 vlogs. I don't think these are fully charged. Or the connection is somehow dodgy because we were having audio problems in the first bit. I'm so glad that I kind of forgot to use them because then it didn't ruin the rest of the video. But anyway, we're here now. Loose or leaking toilet. I went and fixed this one the other day. It wasn't on YouTube, but it's a callback. It could be a callback. It's a big house, okay? It's a big old new build house. There it is, with multiple en-suites, cloakroom, and a bathroom. So there's 4 toilets. I'm hoping it's not the one that I fixed. Otherwise, it is a callback, which will be a first for the channel, I think. But I wouldn't be too happy if it is. But hey, sometimes these things happen. Right, so it is loose. That was a lot looser. Now, they're not proper wing nuts, they're like them, which I think, I don't know if they come loose or, it doesn't seem like they're getting any tighter. I don't know about this type. Okay, that one's tight. I don't like anything with a plastic thread. Come on, get tighter. Yeah, it's getting tighter. Oh. Right. There we go. Okay. There's no screw holes in this, as you can see. So we'll put a pack or something behind it. Stop it wobbling. Obviously, I don't want to silicone it back to the wall because it's a bit of an asshole move for the next time or the next plumber. Gonna use a bit of rubber. I've got some tube. This is an offcut. I haven't actually cut this off. It was already cut off. Well, I did cut it off, but a long time ago. We're going to try wedging that behind there. We just want to stop it basically having any movement back and forth or like tapping on the tiles. So it's just like a little, you know, like a little rubber stop, like you put on the corner of the kitchen doors or something, just to stop it knocking on the tile. And it should keep it nice and straight as well and stop it getting loose, because I think if it's moving, it's going to get loose. That's as tight as I can possibly get it. And it can't move now, so look, there's no fixing points. You see the old people, the old plumber would have siliconed it back, but I don't silicone, I don't like it. Right, lid on, test it. I don't like the new update on this phone either, because it keeps making me change the settings for the camera, because it automatically wants to film in 30 frames per second, which I don't know. I can tell the difference. You might not be able to tell the difference, but I can't stand it. Right, so we've got new flush valve. Let's go over and do that one. Yeah, we'll go do that one, and then we got one at 11:30. Everyone kind of wants you in the morning, don't they? Everyone wants you in the morning. So I tend to find that I'm rushing around in the morning, just trying to get to each job. Or I've got to be out by 11. Or can you meet me at 9:30, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, I don't know, the mornings seem to be really, really quick, whereas the afternoons seem to drag on a bit. So, it's probably because I'm so busy in the mornings. That's why they go quick. So yeah, we got, I don't know, most of the work today is in the morning. And then we've only got one afternoon job, so it's a shame because I don't want to rush about. I want to just relax and go from one to the next. But in this case, we're kind of just flitting from one to the other. So let's go have a look at this toilet flush valve and see what it's all about. You see how cloudy it is. It's got bleach in it, so I'm going to put that to one side. I'll look at that rubber in a minute, but I think, yeah, it's all slimy. That, has ended up getting in there. So what I want to do is I'm going to clean this tank out, because that is getting stuck in it. See how slimy it is? Now, it's some sort of bleach. We are just going to check this and see whether or not we got any bubbles. It feels nice. I'll have a close look at that in a sec. And this hose was getting stuck, but I've loosened that now. That seems to be okay. But let's clean that out. So I popped it out and it's left running, so it should clean it out a bit now. See this? If you know what that is, let me know in the comments. He told me this story and it was hilarious. He's a bit of an old farmer boy. He said, oh, it's digging up the field down there. We'll have a spot of lunch. My mate came over and I said, what do you think that is? And he went, I think it's a fucking bomb, boy. And they had to get bomb disposal experts to blow it up. So they dug it up and they just put it on their side, eating lunch, looking at it, wondering what it is. I love that story. So get rid of it now. Yeah, dry as a bone. Cool. Flush. Give it a drop. Job done. I mean, that's all it was really. Not bad, not bad. What is that? I don't know. I love them. Get them on Amazon, I think. I think that one would have been TikTok shop back in the day, but you get them on Amazon. They come with like wheel ones and small ones and extension piece so that you can get it in sort of hard to reach areas. Now, fantastic. In fact, that one, I never used to actually use it in plumbing. I used to use it for cleaning the exhaust. Used to get the extension on it. I used to put it down the exhaust. It had a chrome tipped exhaust, if you know what I mean. And I actually brought it, the set, more for cleaning the car. But yeah, it's a useful little tool, that. It's still too early. It's still too early. Now, a customer's just called me up about doing some stuff on Monday, but I'm thinking, should we just go do it now? I don't know. Can we do it now? Let me call him back. I'll ask him. I'll see if we can do it now. If we can, we've got, what is the time? So I know that's wrong. I think it's 9:30. It's got to be. It's 9:30 and we haven't got to be anywhere till, we haven't got to be till the next job. Sam, learn how to talk. We haven't got to be at the next job until 11:30. So let's just try and book it in. He said it was in a little village called Ilmington, so we'll start heading that way. And then I'll find somewhere to pull over and ask, although it's a rental property, so I'm sure. Oh, let's just turn around, Sam. What are you trying to reverse over a cattle grid for? A really tight bend. I was never going to get out of there, reversing out. Cattle grid, and then I've got to do sharp right, like that, to get out. There we go. Right, I was never reversing out of there. Okay. And it's a single track lane. Come on, man. Whoa. Seatbelt. Right. Someone moaned in one of the last videos, why do we need to see you putting on your seatbelt and driving around? Because it's my vlogs. If you don't like it, bearing in mind at this point you are like a good half hour into the video because you watched all yesterday. Right, I will shut up now and we'll do some work. Right, I've called him. We're on our way. So, to be honest with you, I was a bit like, oh yeah, just text us the address. I'll do it Monday. And I wasn't really listening to what the problem was. All I heard was drip. I hear the word drip a lot. That seems to be what everyone has. Dripping toilet, dripping tap, dripping this, dripping that, dripping through my fucking ceiling. So we're going to go and we're going to do the dripping toilet. It's a push button. It's a bit annoying. I'd much rather it be a handle and a siphon, because you just pick up a generic one, you go out, you do it, job done. Or you take them apart and replace the diaphragm. But when it's push buttons, they're all fucking different. Why can't things in plumbing be universal? Bar mixer shower, for the most part, apart from Aqualaser, because they're cunts, right? I've got to stop calling a whole brand cunts, because I don't think they all like it when I do that, you know what I mean? We all go to the same standard, like 150 centres, yeah, lovely. All bar mixer showers, they're the same, fantastic. Inlet valves, yeah, most of them, they're going to be ½ inch, fantastic. You get some few knobheads that go, oh no, we're going to put 3/8 thread. What? We're going to make the whole 3/8 just to really just be different. I don't know what brands, I can't think of any of them off the top of my head that do that. There is one, but it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think what the name is. But yeah, push buttons. Why is the basket always different? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why do they all make different baskets? If that bit was universal and they made it mandatory, you know, who runs this stuff? Who is in charge of this stuff? I don't think anyone's in charge of any of this stuff. I feel like people just do whatever they want to do. The worst place for parking ever around here. Big dink out there. You can see it's an old one. And it's all sort of coming apart. And the bottom was snapped. So it was hanging on for dear life. You see it's all cracked, all of the rubber. Basically, it's not doing very well. And as you can see, there's no cable on it because the cable's gone. The cable would... Sorry, no, the cable came off. It snapped off. But also, I don't understand how they got it through the hole. It just doesn't make sense. Now, we can't... I'm going to look in the back of the van. I might have a Cyan pin there. Let's have a look. Let's go and have a look quick and I'll explain. So I went to the merchant first and I picked up a Viva. Now, I don't think we can replace it with a whole new flush valve for the fact that it's one of them toilets where it's all built into the wall and it ain't going to be no fun. So I believe if I take this box off, I might have one. Might. Come on. No, bollocks. Oh, let's have a look, see if we got any inlets. Oh, I can't see that we've got anything else, to be honest with you. So, no, I fit one the other day. Now my only cause of concern here is that I used one the other day and I don't think they had any others on the shelf. Shit. I'll call them up before I commit to go in there. Here's the price difference, okay? So Viva, dual flush Skylo and a bottom entry Viva, so £25.17, cheaper ships. And then bearing in mind I've got a side entry one because I'm going to swap it. There's no price difference on them, but with an Optima flush valve, £48.67. It doesn't matter how good how good I think Siam, because Siam are good, they're a really good brand. I will never be fitting them regular. Like, it's not something that I really want to keep on the van willy-nilly at £50 a pop. It's a bit too much. So that's what I don't really, you never see me really fitting up, unless, like you say, it's a like for like swap out, like makes it nice and easy, blah blah blah. But can you really justify that much of a price jump when I've never, and I mean never, had a problem with the Viva? Although you do get a donut washer, and you get some wing nut brackets, and what else do you get? That's it, really. That's the only thing that you get extra. But is that 20 quid extra? No, it's not. So great valves, but crazy price. Okay, right, you can see that they've sanded that down, which hasn't really done a good enough job, because when the button goes through, there's the old one, you can see it's not deep enough for that to click on. So we're going to have to sand down this, which we got the old one and then a spare one, so we can fuck one of them up. So let's try doing what we can. Right, better be quick before we come back up with to stare at me again. Right, sanded that down, which I've done as neat as I can, so hopefully that's enough. Just about goes on. Let me show you. That is as tight as you can possibly get. Literally, that millimetres that I shaved off of there allowed that to go on. I'll try it with water and make sure obviously it doesn't pop off. Also, that wasn't cut before. I had to cut that to get that through there. Right. How did they get? Like, I don't know. I had to literally cut the other one off. Right, we're going to replace that as well, because I don't want it on there. I want a nice new one, so we're going to put a nice Viva one in. So, obviously, nice quick one. We're going to replace new washers on. I think it's just rubber in them. And it looked in good condition. Let's go turn it back on. This is a weird house. It's like up, down, down. Then up. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was just a good look really on your wrap, was it? Right, impeccable timing, because it's now 11:30, so we've worked that out rather well, so we can go straight over to the other job and we know that they're going to be in. A bit of messing about in that one, but it doesn't really matter. It was actually, it weren't horrendous, but as you could see by that, it's an old install that's been there for donkey's years, and it's not accessible. You can tell I mean, you shouldn't have to start cutting buttons and this and that to try and get things to work. Now, I was going to just cut a new hole and just push the whole button straight through, which I'm sure there's someone screaming at me behind their computer screen or their telly saying, why didn't you just drill a hole? And the answer to that is because it wasn't painted behind that plate. So I tried it and it looked silly. So in the end, I decided not to put a hole saw through. Also, really difficult when there's already a tiny little hole there to then go and put a bigger hole through. I know you can sort of like make a guide to get your hole saw through by putting another hole saw on and all that, but I don't have normal hole saws. I've only got the Mandrex ones that you can only click one in at a time. So that wasn't a possibility. Right, this next one, I think we're removing a dishwasher. It's built in, but he said it's like a proper rough DIY job, and they've just moved in, and he said, look, I want it out, I want a freestanding one in there. So we're going to try and dismantle it, make it look as neat as we can, and put a freestanding dishwasher in. Right, fair play, he's removed most of it for me anyway, so all I have to do is actually just disconnect the dishwasher and or washing machine. I think it's a dishwasher. But I'm going to clean out the trap, because when I pulled out it's got a standpipe. When I pulled it out, it was like, it was grim. So we can get some gloves. We're going to clean it outside, take it off, clean it outside quick. And then we got a leak repair, which you're going to look at it and go, that is atrocious. So I'll show you in a sec. I mean, the fact that everything's in all in the speed fit, copper, but with speed fit. It's not actually that bad. It's fine. Just when I pulled it out, it was grim, so this will give you an idea of the plumbing in this place. But let's clean this out anyway. Real good. That'll do. God, see, hanging off the wall there. Is the utility. That's a long old flexi. Onto plastic. Onto I think that is a pump hose. Onto a washing machine valve. Oh, lush. Anyway, we're not working here, we're working on the kitchen. Combi boiler, I guess. Open. Oh, it's back to front. Of course it is. Right, so that's what's leaking there. Crimped over and then soldered. Look, see the wall coming off. So we could just cut and cap, but I think cut back here, solder joint, get rid of any dead legs. If we just cut that T out, either side. Oh, do you know what? Yeah. Oh, handy folding bucket, perfect. There we go. Perfect. There's quite a lot of water in there. Now, I can just see the side of that. That's what it was. Bent over, soldered. Ridiculous. do. That'll do. Right. There was another cap on the hot side. And it's like, why have you used a cap on one and then on the other you've crimped it out? I don't know. You must have literally just gone, I haven't got it. That is a Friday 4:30 job, that. Friday 4:30. Just get a pair of grips and solder the fucker. But they haven't even done that properly because they didn't flatten it out enough. I've never done it personally. I've seen it. I've seen people cap off pipes like that in the past. Not seen them actively like do it in front of me, but I'm saying I've seen jobs with them like that and they've held and not been a problem for years and years. But I don't know, was some of you old heads that have been doing it for years and years, you tell me in the comments, let me know. Was it the done thing back in the day? Was that you know, an acceptable way of capping off a pipe? It's alright if it's temporary. I might do it if it was temporary, but I don't think, no. Just get a bloody cap. Put a speed fit cap on it. I suppose speed fit weren't a thing back then, maybe. Although, looking at that, there's plenty of fucking speed fit on that pipe work. This next one, got a leak through the ceiling, but he's moving. He just wants it checked over. He says another plumber fixed it years ago, but the stain come back. He's painted over the stain. The stain's no longer there. I think it's the waste pipe. I think it's the waste pipe. But he said the whole tray moves, so I'm like, I think it's the seal rather than. Look, who cares? Let's just go there. It's only just down here. Right, well I can't see into that shower tray because I think it's the silicone. He's convinced it's the waste pipe. So instead of arguing, there is a little gap at the front, which I did try and get the phone camera in. I need an inspection camera, which I will have one on Friday. So won't worry about that one. We're going back on Friday and we'll sort that one out. Next job. She just told me what time I should be there. What's time now? It's only 1:30. Let's just go and find out whether or not that in can't hurt, can it? Let's go have a look. Taken out, already drained down. Lovely. You can't ask for more than that. Right, so refill valve. Old washer. I mean, that's fucked, isn't it? That's out. New one's in. Water level. We want to go quite a bit higher than that, don't we? Yeah, we can bring that up a little bit more, I think. Kind of looks like there's a water line there, but it can't be because the overflow's down there. I don't know, I can adjust that, I'll adjust it. Where's my screwdriver? Let's turn it off. I don't like these valves. They leak. Sometimes they leak, so. Bring it there. Let's try that. See if that works. I've got to find the blue pin as well, which I've just dropped. Where is it? It's got to be in the bottom somewhere. What are we done with that? Yeah, a little bit lower. Where is it? It definitely dropped down. I don't know, I'll find that. Right, that's day done. I had to go and look at Friday's job and hand over some invoices and whatnot for the materials. And then I got dragged up to the school because apparently my son had got into an altercation. But my son's only in year 1, so it's like, can't be that bad, can it? And then I got up there and then I realised that the other kid was in year 4, so he's 3 years older. So I thought, oh no, this ain't going to be great. But it turns out my son had kicked him in the bollocks and then hit him around the head with a dinner tray. Now, I don't condone violence at all, I'm a pacifist. But I got to see the other kid and went, he's twice the size. What do you expect? Like, he's going to have to defend himself using dirty tactics because that's what I've taught him. I didn't say that to the teacher, but well, I did say that to the teacher, in all fairness. I did say, well, the kid's 3 years older than him. He was clearly defending himself. Maybe he weren't. Maybe he was picking on a kid that was twice his size and 3 years older than him. I doubt it. My little lad is, to be honest with you, he's quite a softie. He's just quite a soft little lad. You know, he don't get in trouble, but he has been taught to defend himself. So, it is what it is. Anyway, I don't know. He's fine. He is absolutely fine. I walked in, like, he looked worried. Like, am I going to get told off? And then I see the other kid who was obviously been crying. And I was like, okay, well, what happened? Now, they don't know who started that fight. I hope it's not my lad, because I'd be really disappointed. He's told me, no, he was kicking me. So, don't start fights. That's what we told him. Don't start fights. You can end fights. That's fine. That's fair enough. It's got to that point. You got to end things, but don't start fights. Don't be a little cock. You know what I mean? I don't want him to be a little shit. But at the same time, it's an older kid. I got bullied at school. I got bullied a lot. Probably more in secondary school, not primary school, but secondary school. I used to get picked on early on, like year 7, year 8, by a kid who was like basically an adult. It's like if you got pubes and you got stubble, you shouldn't be picking on a year 7. But that was that, you know what I mean? Whereas my lad, he's been taught it doesn't matter, just kick him in the bollocks. So he did exactly what his dad told him to do. Ah, right. That's the end of the video. I hope that's a nice little... Putting two days together is a bit better than just having the one day. It was only half an hour, and I was a bit disappointed with the earlier audio problems. I am going to take these in tonight, and I'm going to test them. So, see. My thought is, it's either the phone connection on that, or it could be that they're low battery. So if I turn them on, yeah, so we got one yellow light on one of them, so I think the receiver has got low battery. I don't know, but it can't be that cable because that's brand new. It could be this one, because that is an old cable. So I'll do some testing tonight, and then I'll make sure that it's also sound for Friday. I don't think Friday will really need mics, but I'll do whatever I need to do, really. Yeah, it'll be fine. Anyway, Friday, I'm recording the first invented cylinder install. That was what I just went and give her the invoice for the cylinder. So you can see there's when it comes to sort of thousands, then you got to, show them receipts and all that good stuff. There's no putting money on top of materials, really. I mean, I do. I've told her I'm putting 10% on, seeing as I've had to arrange it, and I'm going to have to go pick it up and all the rest of it. But and obviously consumables, flux, solder, gas, all the rest of it. So I always put 10% on. So yeah, that's all in for Friday. I'm obviously going to record all of that. And then that video will be coming out next week. I'm not going to rush the editing of that one. I'm going to edit it over a couple of days, where usually, like these videos, I edit it all in one big go and I upload it, and usually do it the same day. But last night I had such a bad migraine that I couldn't do any editing. I literally just sat there and went, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But I haven't got a migraine today, so I think I can sit down and get the laptop out, and then we'll bang out some of that footage. Although I think it's going to be probably late by the time this video goes up. I don't know. Shut up, Sam. Just get on and edit it.